and good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to INCRadio on another lovely and beautiful weekend. I am Taylor Joy Lagpakan from the local congregation of Temecula Valley.
And I am Hannah Limon from the local congregation of Chula Vista.
And you are tuned in to INCRadio
San Diego.
Thank you for joining us. In case you did not know, today we are going to be talking about our Unity Games, basketball, volleyball, and bowling editions that we held just recently. It's been a busy couple of weekends for us.
Yes, it's just this. We're still in September,
Right.
but just a few weekends ago, yes, we had all of those.
Yeah, all in September so far. So we know everybody's been talking about it, have been so hyped about it. So we want to reminisce on some of our favorite memories and talk about these very fun events. But before we jump into that, as a reminder, we want to encourage all of you to share this link to YouTube with your friends and family so they can join in on our discussion as well and reminisce with us. And how else can people be involved in our show today, Hannah?
You can also leave comments in our live chat if you're on YouTube so that we could read your comments, share in the conversation for later, and as well as read your shout outs.
Yes. And of course, you can't forget about our hashtag challenge. In your local congregation, you have a designated hashtag here in SDC. Here they are on the screen. We don't need to remind you of them. You know it. This is the same thing every weekend. So be sure to hashtag your local congregation throughout our show. One hashtag per comment.
Just one.
Uno.
One.
Uno. Yes, you don't need more than that. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned throughout our show because we'll be announcing the winners for last weekend's hashtag challenge later on. All right. Without further ado, I think it's about time we jump into our discussion. Hannah, well, first of all, because we have you here, how do you feel about all of the Unity games that we had recently? Fun? Stressful?
Where do I start? I mean, having these three activities back to back. Well, basketball and volleyball were back to back.
Right.
And then bowling. It was just great to see all the brethren involved, especially for those who joined in all of the Unity games.
Right.
I could list them all, but
Yes.
it's just, it's the time to be fit, both physically and, of course, spiritually in our faith.
Very well said. Yeah. And speaking of, being active in all three of these events, in studio with us today, we do have a very special guest who we're going to invite to join us for our discussion, who was very active and participated or was present for all of these Unity games. So we're going to talk to her a little bit about her personal experience. So without further ado, please join us in welcoming our very special in-studio guest, Charlene Lubon. Looks like you got the wardrobe memo.
Whoa.
I like when we're all matchy with our maroon.
Isn't this your local congregation's team colors?
Exactly.
Gotta represent.
Yes.
Very fitting for the occasion. Charlene, in case anyone who is not sure of who you are yet is tuning in, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Of course. So I am Charlene. I am from the local congregation of El Cajon, and I am a choir member, a local Kadiwa president, and as well as a children's worship service overseer.
Right on. Very active in the district and in the local congregation. We love having very active guests on our show because we know that you have lots of experiences that you can share with us. So as you know, Charlene, today we're talking about our basketball, volleyball, and bowling Unity games. Before we jump into some questions for you, do we have anything we want to maybe ask the chat, Hannah?
Yes, so get ready to respond and we'll read your responses later. So, did you compete in any of these Unity games? So, first up, there's A, basketball, B, volleyball, C, bowling, and D, all of them within this month. Of course, we've had a lot within this year, but we are focusing on basketball, volleyball, and bowling. So, feel free to respond in the chat.
Yes. And while everyone does that, Charlene, we want to ask you, what sport did you play in within these past Unity games? And how was the preparation like for you and your team?
So for us, we mostly played for volleyball and bowling. In terms of volleyball, because it is a team sport, of course, we try to rally as many players and just be able to play in open gyms. So we take those opportunities to just be able to play and figure out like how we work in a team setting.
Yeah.
For bowling, because it's more of a individual style, so of course like we have a lot of people show up for that. They would most of the time like they would be out there to play like in bowling alleys, like just play casually,
Yeah.
take opportunities with the buy one get one free games.
Oh, nice. Always looking out for those.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you played in both volleyball and bowling.
Yes.
Between the two, which one was your personal favorite?
It's hard to choose, but for sure maybe I might be biased, but I am a fan of volleyball.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Love it.
Along with everyone's favorite in our district, volleyball is
Yeah.
one of the popular sports
Very
here.
true.
So actually, in our chat, we are getting a lot of A's or basketball that was on a Sunday, and B's, so volleyball the next day, and some D's. So all of them, basketball, volleyball, and bowling.
Very
So
nice.
props to you for keeping up with the games.
Yes. And also talking about those who are leaving comments in the chat, brother Christian de Dios, he says, God willing, we will soon have our Unity Games golf, pickleball, and CWS edition this November. Hashtag TMV.
There
That
we
sounds
go.
like fun.
Much anticipated. So-
Pickleball? Pickleball?
Mhm.
Shall we play
Yeah.
pickleball?
Ooh.
That one would be
We could-
fun.
We could totally rally some points there. It's like, if in case you don't remember, it's like a bigger version of ping pong mixed with
Right.
tennis. Yeah, and everyone's just picking up the sport. It's getting a lot of traction, so it's easy to pick up.
Someone from our tech team is saying you should relish the thought
Yes.
of pickleball
Think about it.
because
yes.
pickles.
Pickleball. No, there are no.
There are no actual
Pickles.
pickles involved in pickleball. Let's get that clear though. From Sister Edith Indionco, hashtag CV, I can't play, but totally enjoyed cheering for all the Unity Games participants.
And from Nate
Agreed.
Nacionales, he says B. He competed in volleyball.
Also from Sister Precious Capistrano, congrats to everyone who won and participated. SDC,
Rise up!
That's right.
And from Kimber Albastro from hashtag CV, you know that fishes don't like playing basketball because they're scared of nets.
That is Kimber's joke of the day. Kimber always likes to show up to our broadcasts with jokes.
Yeah,
so that you know.
what a catch.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, there we go.
From Lorraine, she says, I played for volleyball this year. Hashtag EC. That's my sister. Aww. Hashtag EC.
And from Ariel Castaneda, woohoo, at the Charlene Alcohol's Cadilla president.
Woo-hoo,
Woo!
shout out
Yeah.
to you. And from Sister Cynthia Papa, good morning, INCRadio San Diego. Love the maroon memo. Thank you very much. We did very much coordinate this. We love our maroon. All right. So I think we have another question we would like to ask everyone tuning in.
Yes, so during these Unity Games, for everyone here, did you A, see old friends, B, make new connections, or C, both? Let us know. We'll get to your answers later on.
Yes. Hannah, actually, I have a question. I want to ask you this because in the back of my mind, I'm like, are there any more new friends for you to make in this business? I feel like you know everyone.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Taylor.
What would your answer be for that question?
I'd say you'd be surprised. I'm not trying to downplay your response because I'm surprised. I would be surprised. I got surprised myself seeing new faces. And I think that was one of the many highlights within these past Unity Games, not just these three, but overall, I would see brethren. I'm like, oh, I've never seen you before. And like, this is your first time out here competing or playing, representing your local. So
For sure.
that's something I enjoy seeing.
Yeah.
Especially when I have some downtime to, socialize with others or check in with old friends
Yeah.
and the like, or other Kadiwa presidents here.
Right.
So, and then the new faces, of course, it's like, you get curious, like, oh, you're here for the first time. It's really great. So for anyone who wants to join next year, definitely join.
I agree. I love that. I do agree. That's one of the highlights from all of these unity games is just being able to see old friends and make new connections, meet new friends. What are your thoughts on that, Charlene? Do you use the unity games as opportunities to catch up with old friends too, or do you ever get a chance to make new friends?
So I guess for me this time around, it was more so just reconnecting with old friends,
Mhm.
especially since with Unity games, like it's a yearly thing.
Yeah.
So for those who only join for like a specific sports, you only get to see them maybe like once a year. So
For like when you guys are practicing, especially like spending all that time together, I would imagine.
Right, and then you can see all the photos. You took some pictures with your team and then other local congregations, right?
yeah, it was also nice too because we did have recent transferees,
Ah.
so they also were able to participate and join in the Unity games. So that was fun, and they
Nice.
had a lot of fun. So
Great.
that was really fun to see.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, having some fun. I think that's what's refreshing with, Unity games in the Church of Christ. It's, of course, we get naturally competitive, right? We were talking about that earlier. It's just
Yes.
the human nature in us. But then by the end of the day, we're all brothers and sisters. It's all for fun, and it's all about the unity.
Exactly. And also on that, Charlene, do you happen to have any other experiences or memories you want to share about competing with your team, but also competing against other brethren throughout the district?
I would say like something like a general summary of my experience with the Unity games in general is that whether you're in the same team or in another team, like we all just like to cheer for everyone.
Very true.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it doesn't matter if like they're with like a lot of points ahead of you, but you're just like cheering on for them because like it's so fun just to play and just be out there.
Honestly, I go to these Unity Games events. So this year I didn't participate in any of these three, but I want to say I had the most fun just being able to cheer
Yeah.
with my local congregation, with my friends, cheering on our basketball teams, our volleyball teams, and even with bowling, cheering on my brothers. My brothers played bowling. Cheering is fun.
Yeah, it's just a lot of energy.
We should have a competition for who can cheer the loudest.
The loudest
I would be
cheers.
in that.
Yes. Or most creative posters. I've seen a few.
Ooh, that'd
Oh,
be
Like
yeah.
from North San Diego, I saw some. I don't remember, but I just remember the impact it had. So
There
it's
were
just
some
like,
very
I love that.
I remember some very memorable signs from North San Diego.
Mhm.
Shout out to you all because your signs are very creative this year. I really liked
Yeah.
them.
So actually, just going back to the chat, we have a lot of C's. So brethren were able to see old friends and make new connections.
Mhm. From Sister Cynthia Papa, she says C, which is what was it? Both.
Yeah.
Very glad to have made new friends with other players. Hashtag NSD.
And
Love it.
from Stephen Honrade, props to all the dedicated athletes. Y'all are awesome. From
Aw.
LAC, Los Angeles County.
Thanks, Stefan. Also from Nate Nationalis, he says, B, I competed. Oh, that was a previous comment. Moving on.
Phil Nationalis.
Yeah. From there we are. From Brother Phil Nationalis. There you go. Shout out to the Temecula Sisters basketball team. They always
Yes.
rally. Thank you for that. We love watching them. From INCRadio.
Oh, hi.
Hello. We love being on the same team as INCRadio.
Ah,
We love having
love
you on
that.
our team.
Okay, and from Sophia Carlos, probably a familiar name. I had the most fun playing against El Cajon Women's Team B Volleyball. Hashtag NC, hashtag EC.
Love it.
Love that unity there.
I loved watching that game. I caught glimpses of that. That was a good game.
It was a really
Actually,
good game.
there was one memory you were talking about earlier with that specific game. Can you share with us?
Yes, I'm okay. So I guess like everyone was in the zone, right? Like it was a really good rally too for volleyball. It was between the local congregation of El Cajon and the local congregation of National City.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at one point, like someone, like they were supposed to set, but instead of setting it, like I guess like they held on to the ball for a little bit too long, and everyone just cracked up because like
like letting after, right?
yeah.
I'm imagining it in my head, and there's no way of playing that off. You're busted at that point. Because,
The ref called it for
There was
sure.
like there was like a brief moment of silence, and then everyone just like. But it was fun. It was fun. It's just those moments that you can just laugh it off and like just have fun with it.
very love those little moments. That's what everybody looks back on. Do you know that sister specifically, like personally?
Yeah.
Love that. So now I bet everyone and all of her friends are going to be giving her a hard time about it for maybe another month or so. But it's out of love. We promise. Love it. So while we're in this process of sharing all of our favorite memories from Unity games, our last thing that we want to ask everyone in the chat, you want to do the
Yeah,
honors?
so of course, we've seen some comments here and there, but now it's a good time to say it. Send a shout out to your local congregation's athletes and even budding athletes who would want to join next year. So
Yeah.
leave those shout outs in the chat.
Mm-hmm. And while everyone does that, as we start wrapping up our discussion with Charlene, do you want to share, are there any more memorable moments or anything that you just wish to tell everyone out there about the Unity games in general? Just any last remarks that you have?
I guess the Unity games, it doesn't always have to be for athletes. Anyone can join basically, and don't miss out because it's always fun to just be there to participate. Whether you're a player or a spectator, you're just there to have fun.
Very true. I love that. And honestly, I'm so inspired from these past Unity games. I'm not promising anything, but you might see me in basketball next year.
Oh,
it just looks really
There
fun.
you go. She said
I'm not
it. She said
promising
it.
anything, but you might.
Now it's out there.
Now it's out there. That's what someone said.
Oh man, I don't know if that was the right move. But yes, I do. I'm already looking forward to the next Unity games.
For sure. Here too. I think when I was helping out in volleyball, I was staffing. I didn't choose to play this year. A lot of brethren asking me, how come you didn't play? And I was like, well, I'm helping out with this. And then now that I think about it, I'm thinking, you know what? I feel like I'm missing out.
It would have been
So maybe
fun.
volleyball next year too.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, no, what are we doing, Hannah? We're signing ourselves
We'll be
up
accountable.
Love it. All right. Before we wrap up things, we do want to read some final comments from everyone from Brother Christian de Dios. For our Unity games, we're so happy to all who showed up and united. We all win when we unite. Hashtag TMV. Very
And-
well said.
Yes. And from Sister Precious Capistrano, yes, the differently abled games were fun to watch too. Everyone supported them. Yes, during our basketball or Unity Games basketball, there was a portion where we had like a shooting challenge for
Yes.
the differently abled. It was really nice seeing the brethren supporting them as well.
Oh, for sure. I hope that's something that we can continue as well for future Unity games. That's so awesome. And from Sophia Carlos, she goes, no, not you calling me out. Hashtag NC. I'm assuming it was her that did the setting. Was it? Or probably definitely her or someone from her team. Out of love, Sophia, out of love, we promise. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining in on our discussion. I love this feeling of being able to reminisce and share our favorite memories and moments. Charlene, before we let you go, do you have any shout outs you'd like to share?
Of course. So I would like to give a shout out to my family first, my special someone, if you know, you know, and of course, and of course, the local congregation of El Cajon,
Yes.
and most especially the women's team B, because
Champions right there. The trophy as
Yes.
evidence.
Yes,
we
very
did
lovely.
win championships for the B team.
Yeah.
So beautiful in person. Women's Team B champions. There you
Right
go.
there.
Read it and weep, everyone. All right. Love it. Well, congratulations to your team. Congratulations to everyone who participated in our Unity games and had a blast. And thank you once again, Charlene, for this very insightful and amazing discussion. Let's give her a round of applause, everyone. We will see you later.
All right.
All right. Yes. don't forget your beautiful trophy.
Do not forget it. We could swipe it. I'm kidding.
Ghost missing after the show. All right. Well, we know September has been a busy month already with so many things going on, but we're not done for the month, as you probably have guessed.
Just halfway.
Yes.
So actually, with these activities, they are in the Christian family organizations for all members of the household.
Yes.
And of course, these activities happen
all the time. There we go. Yes. And what does CFO stand for, Hannah?
So right there and there, the Christian family organizations for all members of the household, from the children's worship service, those 4 to 12 years old and not baptized, those who are in the Binhi, those who are 12 to 17 and baptized, as well as for the Kadiwa, 18 years old and above, single and unmarried, and for the booklet, the married couples in the church.
Right on. Yes. So we are recapping our CFO activities, like on September 8th, when we had our Unity Games bowling at Near Mesa Lanes, as we just talked about a little bit. This one was so fun. I really enjoyed seeing everyone there. And so personally, I feel like this is the Unity Games where the older booklets really shine.
Like there's a lot of pictures there.
Yes, they really
look
come
at their
through.
form.
This is their
very
sport.
clean form.
Yes, we love seeing it. So it was very nice seeing everyone there. As we can see our group photo, very nice, very packed that day.
All in that bowling alley. And of course, our upcoming activities, it has already started yesterday, Friday, September 13th, until Sunday, September 15th. We have our local Bible presentation, so sponsored by the choir members in the Church of Christ. So here is the invite with the topic for this Bible presentation. So of course, join us and bring in fellow guests to learn more.
Alrighty, and then last up on our list, September 14th to 15th, that's this weekend, the Kadiwa are having their monthly meetings. So be sure to check with your local Kadiwa officers on the day, time, and locations of your respective meeting.
This has been CFO in action for the San Diego Satellite Studio.
Yes. Hannah!
What? What's up?
Get high!
I am high. For what?
For our hashtag challenge winners.
What? All right.
Yes.
So
as a reminder, here are your hashtags per local congregation. We are announcing the winners from last weekend's show.
Yes, and how many hashtag? One hashtag.
No, per commento.
Yes.
Don't know if that's actually comment in Spanish.
All right.
In third place, we had the local congregation of
North San Diego.
Tracy is so hyped behind the scenes.
She is hyped. And for second place, we have
Temecula
Valley.
Hashtag TMV. And in first place, congratulations to the local congregation of
Vista. Woo!
Congratulations. So
the tech team's having too much fun.
yes, Ryan is always so happy whenever Vista is first. So if you want your local congregation to be on the leaderboard next week, you still have 5 minutes to hashtag as much as you can until the end of our show. Oh, we have time.
We do have time. So our segment, Sunny San Diego, for those who are getting hungry after Unity Games talked, well, we'll talk about some food.
Yes.
Into Sunny San Diego.
Into Sunny San Diego. Today on Into Sunny San Diego, we are highlighting udon. Udon noodles. Hannah, do you know what udon is?
I know it's a soup. I don't know if I want to say it's just in soup form. I feel like you could do it in different varieties. Like, oh, I see this one's handmade.
Yes.
Fresh. That is very
So,
refreshing.
If I'm not mistaken, this is a place in La Jolla. Question mark?
Just
Yes,
a little
La
up
Jolla.
north from North San Diego.
At the mall.
Oh.
So I think it's kind of new too. I've been hearing a lot about it. But yeah, as you can see from this video, they make the udon noodles fresh right in front of you.
Wow.
So you know it can't get any fresher than that.
Yeah, I know. I love udon noodles because they're really thick. And especially it's a thick noodle.
Yes.
Made from wheat flour. Thank you, brother Jeffrey.
And it's used popularly in Japanese cuisine. I love udon noodles because they're so chewy.
Yes,
It's
and
a
of
good
course,
texture.
it's getting cooler out here in San Diego. Whew.
Mhm.
So, of course, it's soup season.
Perfect time for
Mhm.
udon. And it looks like at this place in La Jolla, what's so special about it are the way that they customize it. They, as you can see, they have lots of options for toppings,
Like
for ingredients that you can add.
Tempura or fried foods, fried
Mhm.
vegetables or shrimp.
Always a nice addition. Have you been to this place yet, Hannah?
I have not. That's why I am pretty convinced now that
I know.
I want to go. Wow,
Wow, that's
that egg,
that
pork
egg.
chashu right there,
Mm.
and the broth can't beat the broth.
Looks
right there.
delicious. All right. Well, in case you haven't had the udon yet in the place in La Jolla, be sure to swing by during your next visit.
All right, we do have some leftover shout outs we want to say. We don't want to miss them. So from Sister Precious Capistrano, happy birthday today, Brother Gary Barrientos of
Yay!
#NC.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, brother.
All right, and one more here. Oh yeah, everybody is greeting Brother Gary. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! And also one more from Andrew Win. #HP, viewing from the local congregation of High Point in the Ecclesiastical District of Virginia. Thank you for tuning in.
Right.
All right, that does wrap us up for our show today. Before we go, we want to thank and greet some individuals who make INCRadio possible. Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister. Brother Angelo Aranio Manalo, our SEPC president. Brother Matt Capistrano, our supervising minister here in SDC.
And we also want to thank Brother Elmer Sarmiento, our Assistant Supervising Minister of San Diego County, Brother Christian De Dios, our CFO Overseer, and Brother Christian Cole, our District Multimedia Advisor.
Yes. Up next is INCRadio Sacramento, so stay tuned for their show. But until next time here on INCRadio San Diego, goodbye, everybody. Stay safe, and we will catch you on the next
Wave! And bring in the trophy!
Wave the trophy!
Easy.
Bye, everyone. Can I touch the trophy?
Ooh, wow. Right.
I love the pose.
Yes. But they're serving
Yeah.
the ball.
Bye. See you next week.
Yes.
Oh,
You don't know what you're missing out.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or Iglesianicristo.
Evening. Hello to all of our viewers and listeners out there. You are watching INC Radio Sacramento.